Welcome back, Flare community. Today I come with some breaking news. Just a brief introduction to the guys in the chat. We've got Dad Doctor 650 in the house. We've got Wally Walrath, Big Boy Crypto. He's ready. We've got Abdul in the house, Earthworth, Pete in the house, Bernard, and Neo Print. How are you guys doing today? Yes, we have some breaking news, and this comes from the Flare Network. And yes, they are actually partnering with Ola Finance. And we're going to dig a little bit into the Medium post, what they have available. And then we're going to look over some of the documentation just briefly, nothing too heavy. So yeah, let's jump in. This tweet from Flare, they say, we're pleased to partner with Ola to support customized lending networks, further expanding the suite of DeFi products available on Flare. Ola plans to launch a lending network on Songbird and in the future, the Flare mainnet. So very promising indeed. This expansion of DeFi protocols, I mean, currently we're just limited to Flare Finance. Soon we're going to see the introduction of the Trustline and Probity ecosystem. And now out of nowhere, we've got this deal with Ola Finance. And yes, it's coming to Songbird too. So let's jump in to the Medium article here. Flare expands its DeFi offering with Ola Finance Partnership. Let's get into it. Let me just increase the size of this so you guys can read along if you would like to. In support of its growing DeFi ecosystem, Flare has announced a recent partnership with Ola Finance, a platform offering customized lending networks. Ola plans to launch a lending network on Songbird, which is Flare's canary network, with future plans to deploy on the Flare mainnet. And this is something that's really interesting about Ola Finance. Customized lending networks. It means that people are actually going to be able to, if they have enough assets, they're going to be able to lend to other people. So we're going to dig a little bit into that. So this partnership signifies Flare's growing suite of DeFi offerings. Projects building on Songbird and Flare will have the ability to deploy a lending network through Ola's protocol, thus offering lending, borrowing services to their users. And you can kind of imagine this as Flare Finance with the pools, what they have, similar to the pools where, you know, people can take loans out and it's based on this pool, and, you know, you pay a fee to make a loan and the fee goes to the people who contribute towards the pool. Ola Finance has partnered with Flare to support the development of the Flare ecosystem. In accordance, Ola's lending networks will be primed to support all tokens launched on Flare, including all F assets. And as we know, that's XRP, Dogecoin, Algorand, LTC, and also XLM. Actually missed that out of there. Thus providing DeFi services for non-Turing complete tokens. And just a quick reminder, what does this mean? Non-Turing complete tokens basically means that it's an asset which doesn't have access to smart contracts, such as, you know, Ethereum, for example. Hey, we've got Rob in the house who's just donated for $5. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you for all the quality informational streams. No problem, Rob, and I really do appreciate the very kind gesture and donation. Thank you very much for that. Moving on, we have this quote here from, who's this from? David Yakira, who is the co-founder and CEO of Ola Finance. Here at Ola, we are thrilled to partner with a rising layer 1 and as promising as Flare. The F asset system that aims to incorporate non-Turing complete assets into DeFi aligns with Ola's goal to increase the number of tokens that offer DeFi lending services to their communities. We are excited to align these goals to build out a strong relationship with the Flare network while growing their DeFi ecosystem. And again, you know, just to reiterate, you know, Dogecoin doesn't really have any DeFi applications because it doesn't have smart contracts. So no one can build DeFi services on the Doge network. same thing with Litecoin as well. And currently, same thing with XRP. Now, there are centralized opportunities where you can earn a yield, for example, but this is, it always carries a risk because you're putting your trust in that centralized a partner or the person, that the intermediary, right? So this really does expand the scope of what Flare and Songbird can actually offer. And we do have a cute quote here from the man himself, Hugo, the legend. With total locked value on Songbird reaching 120 million in January, we are delighted that Ola's lending as a service solution is primed to attract even more liquidity into the Flare ecosystem. Their differentiator within the DeFi lending, which enables anyone to create their own branded lending network on Songbird and Flare, should prove to be very powerful. So you could imagine a big entity, so let's say whether that's a NFT marketplace, for example. If they have enough liquidity, they could even make their own branded lending network. It's a very interesting concept, and Ola Finance, their business model is where they are basically taking all of this, the back-end structure, and they're allowing individuals or companies or influencers, for example, to create a lending platform and customize the front end and offer some unique incentives, and they will take a small cut of the profits which are generated. So it's like, I guess, almost like a franchise where you can customize this franchise or something similar like that. So we did just read this quote, and let's move on here. Ola Finance distinguishes itself from other lending protocols with its unique white-labeled B2B approach, and B2B basically means business to business. Partners of Ola get to own their lending network, equipped with a deep level of customizability and a unique UI to fit their brand. And for those that are wondering, UI stands for user interface. While projects benefit from an expanded product suite, Ola serves as the dedicated partner behind the scenes, providing continuous maintenance and product development. So it's a really hands-off way for someone to open up such a credit network where Ola, they're basically handing everything behind the scenes, as we see here. They're taking control of all of the technicalities where the individual or the entity just has to worry about the front end and some basic customization. Flare is a unique network that integrates Turing incomplete blockchains with the Ethereum virtual machine, or the EVM, bringing all kinds of assets into a smart contract-enabled ecosystem. Focusing on cryptocurrencies like XRP and Dogecoin, Flare and its canary network Songbird upgrade popular tokens for the DeFi world. And, you know, I just really do like this sentence here, because this is basically what makes Songbird and Ethereum so very special. So I am just going to quickly read it again. Flare is a unique network that integrates Turing incomplete blockchains with the Ethereum virtual machine, bringing all kinds of assets into a smart contract-enabled ecosystem. And it does this in a trustless manner, something that no other network has even fathomed yet. Very powerful stuff indeed. Let's move down here. About Ola Finance. Ola Finance is a technology provider that offers a lending as a service to its partners. While Ola Finance uses its protocol to build the lending network, their partners become the owner of the network once deployed. Ola, with 48 million in value locked, has launched lending networks for partners including Spirit Swap on Fathom, ApeSwap on Binance Smart Chain, and Fuse Network. Ola offers these communities access to borrowing, lending services, and all the benefits that come with owning your own lending network without needing to focus resources on developing one. So again, I think it really, the main benefit of Ola Finance is for these prominent figures, whether they're entities, businesses, marketplaces, whatever that may be, they have the ability to basically just spin up a lending network without having to go through all of the hassle of working on the back end and maintaining everything. They just have to focus on the front end, what the user sees. We all know about Fleur, so I'm not going to read this, and that does bring us to the end of this article. So let's quickly look over at Ola Finance here, and yes, it's an incredible partnership. If you guys want to follow them for some more details, it's just Ola_Finance, and that's on Twitter. And this is their website. Just 3 options, I guess, to start with. We're going to check out this one first, but before we do, we're going to check out this earn page here. And their current total lock supply, or TLV, which it's normally referred to, is 58 million, and that's across all of these different chains at the minute. So very interesting. And what's more interesting is the fact that Songbird, when we look at the DeFi Llama page here, if we scroll down, where is she? Put your hand up if you spot it. Songbird. There we go. 44th. And we could just quickly look at this. And yes, reaching 120 million total locked value. And that's just from the Fleur Finance protocols alone. And that is excluding any F assets. So it's really kind of mind-blowing to think how much liquidity is going to be brought and total locked value is going to be brought once these F assets actually come into existence. I mean, if you compare this figure in January the 7th, 220 million, compared to Ola's total locked value at the minute, it's almost double. Hey, we've got Grumpa in the house. This is their documentation, and this is just basically going from this little page here, if anyone was interested. And if you want to go on this website, it's actually just ola.finance. Here's their documentation, and we're going to have a quick, an overview of this. I'm not going to read it verbatim all the way through. There's a lot of information here, and I might do an exclusive video on this, or a specific video on this, should I say, going into a little bit more detail. But let's just read some of these, the introductions. So Ola Finance is a lending as a service platform that allows anyone to create their own branded lending network at the click of a button. Each lending network, LEN, consists of a number of different tokens determined by the network creator, which can be lent and borrowed. Ola Finance is not another Compound or Aave. Rather, Ola is a technology provider that enables others to build Compound-like instances governed and controlled by the creator. So let me just say, for example, and we'll use this reference going on, not that I plan to do this, but let's say I wanted to create a lending network. And let's just hypothetically say that I didn't have any development experience, or I didn't have the time to develop a lending network. This could be an opportunity for me to create this product, but without going through all the hassle, the time, and all of the research required to actually build this lending network. I could do this through Ola Finance, where I can use their software and customize the front end, customize some of the parameters, and then they can take a small share for the services which they've provided. They've already done the hard work, and there's no point in reinventing the wheel, right? That's the basic intention. So Ola's goal is to create an inclusive lending protocol within DeFi where assets can be listed without needing to pass cumbersome and expensive governance schemes or comply with numerous requirements. And that's deep liquidity, trading fee volumes, low volatility, etc. So Ola supports all kinds of assets, from early stage governance tokens to different stablecoins and backed assets, all the way to exotic receipt tokens. Inclusiveness is achieved via risk isolation. This means that each lending network possesses its own risk profile, and if one lending network suffers a heist or a failure, assets in other lending networks are safe and can't be stolen. So I guess a lot of the risk depends on the different parameters. You know, maybe there's different liquidation thresholds, maybe there's certain fees that have to be paid for lenders, all this kind of stuff. Target audience. So you're going to have two different people that want to use this technology. You've got the creators, and that would be someone who's looking to create their own lending network, and whether that's decentralized autonomous organizations such as Songbird or Fleur, venture capitalists, whales, influencers, and again, it could be like marketplaces, it could be all kinds of different services. And on the other side of that, these are the creators, but on the other side of that, to make this feasible and to make it work, you're going to need people actually using the network, and that is from the lenders and borrowers. Similar to when you take out a loan with a bank, you know, the bank is earning interest from the money that they lend to you, and obviously the person lending it actually gets the money, but this is a way to do it in a decentralized manner. User advantages here. So what are the advantages? When it comes to lending and borrowing in DeFi, there are numerous options, regardless of which protocol you use. Each possess its own risk and set of risks and benefits, and we did go over that earlier. Furthermore, we have compiled a list of reasons why lenders and borrowers prefer using Ola lending networks. So the variety of tokens. Since Ola is inclusive of the assets that can be listed, users can sort through an expanded selection of tokens to lend and borrow. Reduced risk, we did go over this, that it's dependent on each individual network. Better rates for borrowers and lenders. We believe that rates in Ola will be more attractive than other lending protocols since Ola facilitates competition. Since everybody can deploy their own lending network on their own terms, users will naturally flow to the best offer. Therefore, borrowers will pay less and suppliers will earn more, as the lending networks themselves will take a smaller cut from the fees. And you know, that makes sense. You know, this idea that more of these lending platforms can just be spun up very fast. You know, it said earlier on the Medium article that they can do this within a click of a button. And this really promotes healthy competition, and that's best for us as users of the network because we'd rather be earning from the protocol than, I guess, distributing a share to the creators. And obviously there is this seamless user experience. Through Ola Finance, users can navigate through numerous lending networks on different blockchains, all from one location. Each lending network offers a simple user interface that allows anyone to borrow and lend with ease. And I just did quickly read this. They are actually missing the Flare network. They do need to update that. Last modified 13 days ago. This is going to include Songbird, and in the near future, also the Flare network. So that's pretty much it. There is a lot of information here. And like I said, I may be making a dedicated video, but I just thought I would jump in on the live stream and keep you guys up to date for those who are not on Twitter. And if you're not, I really do recommend joining Twitter because it's where a lot of the breaking information actually happens. So with that being said, for all the members and the Patreon members, I am actually going to listing the Flare Finance Friday polls in just an hour or two, so please be sure to vote on that, on how we can manage the community-driven portfolio. With that being said, enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, until next time, I'm out.
We have liftoff.